about the mental challenges of women, particularly the independent women who chose to be a stay-at-home mom. They are actually now being called SAM, SAHM. That is what they call it now. Right. So this is the topic for independent women who choose to be a stay-at-home mom. To all stay-at-home moms out there, especially to those who are part of my community, please feel free to leave comment. And I hope that you would give this a thumbs up if you think that this video is helpful, and that so YouTube will recommend this to others too. Okay, so as we move on to our topic, I would like to clarify that the issue, personal opinions based on my experience. According to what I researched, okay, mental challenge is an effect to the brain that influence how a person thinks, a person feels, behaves, relate to others with his or her surroundings. Some even say that a mental challenge is more likely to create a disease of the brain. And the top mental challenges are, whether you are a man or a woman, are actually anxiety, depression, eating disorder, suicidal thoughts, and addiction. Addiction became a mental challenge because substance like drugs and alcohol releases dopamine, which is responsible for transmitting information in our brain, and with regards to pleasurable rewards. Okay, so that's why it is being addictive. Now, the usage of prohibited drugs alters the brain. So this prevents the person from being functional, and the cognitive ability will of course decline. There are a widespread of reasons why stay-at-home moms are most likely to get anxiety, depression, eating disorder, and suicidal thoughts. And these are the typical reason behind the mindset of independent women turning into stay-at-home mom. First is adjustment to a different kind of stress. Being a stay-at-home mom it's a different kinds of stress compared to when you are working. And then double standard of social expectations. You know, we cannot really hide away from double standard. Think differently than everybody because of experience, backgrounds, and cultures, right? And a challenge in social life. So personally, in my own opinion, these are the common challenges of independent women turn into stay-at-home mom. As an independent woman, you know, before I work, I have all the time for myself. Work stress is quite normal for me. When I was still single and working, I am used to toxic office mate and bossy workmates. I tolerate them because they are only few in the work environment. You know, we have a lot of nice friends and office mate at work. There are only few people whom we work with that we sometimes feel like we are walking on eggshells. However, depending on how resilient you are with work stress, stress at work is a time in and a time out stress. Being a stay-at-home mom is an uncharted arena of stress. I learned to love chaos because I don't have any choice. And of course, I have to endure the unending challenges. Before the pandemic, I worked in the preschool industry for about 18 months and as substitute teacher in the public school elementary for about 4 years. So stress at work from experience is either a problem solving matter or a child who is overwhelmed and doesn't know how to cope up with academic stress. But at the end of the day, I put it aside. I sometimes feel like the stress at work is better than the stress at home because you can put it aside. But as a stay-at-home mom, you do not have any break. So problem as it goes, and a workload chores keep on piling up, right? You don't have any choice. And of course, I cannot afford daycare and home cleaners. Daycare and home cleaners are good only if you have a lot of earnings or income. So which do you prefer? Do you prefer the do you prefer to manage home work management or home management? Double standard social expectation. Our society is full of double standard. As human as we are wrapped with our own biases, represented by the phrase, in my own opinion, or freedom of speech. We cannot just totally delete the double standard of the society we live in, even if we are already talking and discussing things. Especially with the double standard of stay-at-home moms expectation. Now let's talk about the phrases, and please leave a comment below. Okay, I'm going to read this to you. Okay, the first phrase, the labor of a stay-at-home mom is not valued as compared with working moms because it doesn't bring money in the household. Second one, number 2, stay-at-home moms are expected to have cleaner and organized homes because they have more time in the house. More moms out there are embracing clutters, but there are still people expecting about this. And me, this is something that is like a mental expectation for me. If I am stay at home, my house should be like this and like that. Also, stay at home moms cannot justify the phrase, sorry, I am busy, as compared with working moms. Now, when I say sorry, I am busy, I cannot justify. I feel like I cannot justify it. These phrases actually have made me want to be more introverted than ever because I don't like to attend social gatherings anymore. I used to participate in community gatherings because I wanted to meet friends, especially Filipino friends, right? That's what we are. Especially living in a different country. Of course, you like to be one of the same kababayans, right? However, from experience in the group, they always talk about how their work was able to buy them things and how they spend their money. They send money to this, they help that, they support this. Then because I am just a listener to their conversation, I am asked, how about you, Leonie? What's your job? Then my response was, I am a stay-at-home mom. There's a sudden pause. And there is always one brave person who would comment, ay, nasa bahay ka lang. Paano yung mga magulang mo? Sinong nagpapadala ng pera? So, it's like pera-pera lang ang usapan. I feel like I do not belong because I feel that I don't bring money into the household. I'm not part of this tribe culture. I'm not sure, but that's in our culture. Like, everybody is expected that if you are living in America, you are automatically rich and you are obliged to help people in the Philippines. That is, I'm not sure if this still is the case, but it is kind of like a mental thing. It's a reality. This is about stay-at-home moms cannot justify the phrase, sorry, I am busy. I have this experience really. And there have been many instances that I distance myself from friends who cannot accept a no for an answer. They insist that I cannot be busy because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Then they would compare themselves to me saying that, ay naku, Leonie, I have a full-time job but still I was able to do this, do that, blah, 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 blah. There is no way, Leonie, you cannot have time. You're a stay-at-home mom. You can't be that busy. It's like another slap on my face. They absolutely don't know what they are talking about. My friends, we stay-at-home moms are engaged in carpentry, we paint walls, we mow yards, we grow food, and we even make school bus into a study area just like me, right? Well, on the other hand, the change in social life as a stay-at-home mom has given me a better understanding of which tribe I belong. I choose to be introvert, and I love it because there is a lot of time to spend on learning and knowing oneself. I realized that I had wasted so much time of non-essential activities when I was a lot younger. I love to be an introvert because there are lots of skills I wanted to learn, and learning them needs to have an alone time. And sometimes A lot of social gathering for me is a waste of time because I have a hard time relating to them. It seems like it seems like sometimes I feel like I have a world of my own and I'm so contented about it and I'm so happy.